divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers, sisters, and dearest children, loving Sairam to you all. At the outset, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of the A Moment with Sai series. I've been watching and enjoying the previous episodes by our lovely brothers and sisters across the UK. They've all been very inspiring and motivating. I was born into a Sai family. My grandfather came into Sai's fold in the late 1960s. My parents have been very instrumental in ensuring me and my younger brother came into Sai fold as well, and continue to be in the Sai fold by putting us both in Bal Vikas and taking us to bhajans and various Sai events. This is when my interest in bhajans started growing. I was brought up in Chennai, used to be known as Madras. After the Bal Vikas was over, you had an option to either go into the Sevadal wing or into the spiritual wing, which is mostly into bhajans. So I preferred to go into the bhajan side of things and aspired to be part of the Sundaram Bhajan Group. After a number of auditions with Swamis Grace, I was able to get into the Sundaram Bhajan Group. And as part of the Bhajan Group, we get a lot of opportunities when Swami comes to Chennai, where we can sing bhajans or offer musical programs, or go to Prashanti Nilayam or Whitefield Vrindavan, or to Sai Shruti in Kodaikanal, and offer bhajans or musical programs. So that way we had a number of opportunities to sing and perform in front of Bhagawan's physical presence. I could share a number of those moments with Sai, where a few occasions like where I was able to sing in front of Bhagawan, seated in his throne, in his chair, and me singing Brahmanda Nayaka Baba. Imagine in a palace and courtyard, you're singing to the Lord. So that's how it felt, singing that, the feeling, and Swami enjoying. And when I was singing Dhanya Ho Ishwaramba, humanly we saw Swami wiping off his tears. Humanly we felt he was getting emotional listening to Ishwarama bhajans. And another time when I was singing in Sai Ramesh Hall in Vrindavan, Swami came and then stood in front of me. That bhajan was Bhasma Bhushitanga Sai. Stood in front of me for the entire duration of the bhajan, and then blessed me, and then walked away after that bhajan was complete. So those are few of the memories that I could highlight. But in this instance, I wanted to highlight something completely different. So this was about an instance during the 2002 World Youth Conference. So we are fortunate, some of the Bhajan Group boys were fortunate to be part of this youth conference. There were a number of young girls, boys and girls from across the world, all over the world. As part of the conference, there were a number of activities, and there was a music program as well as part of this. So there were a lot of auditions happening during that time, and this person, the lead of the choir or the music program, was from West Bengal, Calcutta. So he was going through the auditions, identifying the singers and musicians, etc. So again, with Swami's grace, it so happened I was selected, and I was seated in the front row with the mic. And my other friends got the opportunity to sit in the third row or fourth rows, all scattered. So once I got the opportunity to sit in the front row, so we decided whoever sits in the front row gets the opportunity. So if Swami comes and talks to us, we should invite him to Chennai. So that's the only motive. So when I got the opportunity to sit in the front row, we again started discussing what do we do, And that's when we remembered one of the uncles going to Prashantinilayam just a week or two before, and then coming back with the presents from Swami. So he went as part of the Sevadal group, and then at the end of this Seva, Swami used to give Pada Namaskar to all the Sevadals, and he was part of that. And when his turn came, Swami came, when he was taking Pada Namaskar, Swami asked him, "Where do you come from?" Engendu vandachu in Tamil. So this uncle answered, "Swami, from you, Swami." So that was highly spiritual answer, genuine answer from him. Swami was so impressed. He materialized a ring and then gave it to him. So this was one of the questions and answers. If Swami asked this question, we should answer, "From you, Swami." Where do you come from? From you, Swami. Apart from other questions. So they were an FAQ prepared, and then I was ready. So there was, we had a couple of sessions as to these are the questions, these are the answer. The boys my friends were also helping in making sure that I understood the questions and answers. Okay. The day came, the musical offering went very well. Once the offering was complete, I was prepared. Swami got up from his chair, waited till the arti was done, and took a couple of steps towards us. I could feel that he is looking at me. He has seen me in other Sundaram bhajans and offerings. So we feel, from physically, he is able to recognize faces, so on. So he's coming towards me, taking a couple of steps, and then suddenly stops, and then goes to the interview room. And I thought, that's it. So Swami has gone to interview room. We don't know when he will come back. So that's it. So I started discussing, about the music program with the brothers next to me. So one was from Europe. His English was, he was from Italy or somewhere. And the other person was from Bangalore. So we were discussing about the music, how well the music program went for us, etc. And then suddenly after 3-4 minutes, the interview door opens. And then Swami comes out, walking straight towards me and then standing in front of me, looking at me and then asking the same question. Engendu vandachi? Where do you come from in Tamil? I said, promptly I said, from Madras, Swami. So that's the instant answer that I could utter at that time. There was no thinking or no planning or anything. That's the instant answer. That was the genuine answer probably I had within me. So I knew that was the question for me, and hence I answered, because I knew that the brothers next to me did not know Tamil, and I was only Tamil guy in there. And that question was for me, and I answered. So my answer was from Madras, Swami. And Swami at that moment gave me his beautiful signature smile. Kind of smile that says, I know what you've been thinking, planning. Right? I should have realized it earlier, but I realized it a bit later. He gave that smile, blessed me, and then retired to Yajur Mandir. I had lost the plot completely. I was prepared to answer from an FAQ rather than what I genuinely felt. If I had felt genuinely that I'd come from Swami, I would have told that. Probably without even discussing about all those FAQs, I probably would have told that I don't know. Swami knows better. But it is only with Swami's will or sankalpa we'll be able to do anything, how much ever we plan. And His grace will only be there if we feel we are a devotee first. We exhibit that we are a devotee first. We strongly feel that we are a devotee first. During that opportunity, I had a lot of darshan, sparshan and sambhashan of Bhagawan during that occasion. And in spite of being a SAI devotee or in SAI's fold since birth, my response was at the time was more as a representative of a Sundaram Bhajan Group or a singer, not as a devotee. So my learning from this moment with Sai was that always be a devotee first and everything else next. Be a singer or a coordinator or an office bearer. You're a devotee first. And unless Swami wills, nothing is possible. Swami's sankalpa is that one ultimate deciding factor. We can pray and aspire for His grace only if we are genuine. And that genuinity, if that's the right word, and that genuinity will come forth only if we truly consider ourselves as a devotee first and everything else next. Jai Sai Ram.